What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here from Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of Good Times with Retro Rich. Today we're going to be talking about the Intellivision Amico. There has been a huge event that happened last week on 10/10 that involved all sorts of cool stuff. There was a live stream, there was videos that got dropped talking about gameplay and the hardware. There was another video that came out the next day talking about all sorts of other cool stuff. There was even another video a couple days later that talked about a contest where you could play the Moon Patrol demo on your Amico Club app and win all sorts of cool prizes. Well, today we're focusing on one thing and one thing only for this video, and that is the gameplay video. What we're going to do today is go through, and not go through all 30 games that were in the trailer. We're just going to do some highlights, stuff that stood out to me, and stuff that I thought was really cool information, some of it known, some of it unknown, and just some things that I think that might be able to, have a good conversation about. There's a lot of places you can get news. For example, my buddy OEB Pete, he's all sorts of good times. We'll get you all the news that you could ever want right away. That's his bag. It's good stuff. Of course, there's Chris, the Atari Creep, does another bang up job doing all sorts of cool news and analysis there, and all sorts of other friends that are on the Amico All Access panel. Of course, there's Papa Pete, does nice Reflect videos. There's Generational Gamer. There's Mike Mullis from NLG. There's Retro Advisory Board and Anthem, and you guys know, it's everybody. And if I forgot your name in the list, I'm sorry, but you guys know who you are. And you guys are all doing great work. So for me, where I kind of want to put my foot in and play around, I want to speak about Amico with a little bit of sense of personal experience, and kind of throw my hat in the ring where, all right, I want to talk about a whole bunch of cool things, and how I see that in the form of, say, a retail store manager, which was what I was for a very, very, very long time, specifically in the area of video games and entertainment, right? So that's where I'm going to be coming for when I do my Amico videos. That's probably where I'm going to be coming at these videos from at least from now on. Kind of looking at it at that angle, trying to put that kind of analysis over the video. So it's just not like another video that's oh, hey, this is either the straight line news or the straight line opinion about the product. I want to kind of lean into some industry stuff and throw in my hat in the ring for my experience and share it with you. I think maybe these things are going. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then hit that like, hit the subscribe so you don't miss a video in the Amico analysis kind of thing. And of course, here on Good Times with Retro Rich, we talk about all sorts of cool stuff. Had a nice video about Polymega. We've been talking about that. We're going to be talking about that again soon, where I'm going to be diving in a little deeper into that Sega Saturn import game, and we're going to see some cool stuff there. And of course, I talk with my buddy Pete every weekend about this fun thing called the Evercade. It's pretty awesome. Check it out. And there'll be some cool Good Times with Retro Rich videos involving this little bad boy coming this way sometime soon. So with all the preview stuff and the housekeeping piece stuff out of the way, let's dig in to that gameplay video. And the first game that I want to talk about is Cloudy Mountain. Now, why Cloudy Mountain? We've heard about it. A lot of people have been putting out opinions all over the place, and they've been talking about all sorts of crazy stuff. I just want to make sure that people realize that this game, this one title, might actually be one of those games that comes out and really surprises people with the amount of depth that they're going to be putting inside the game. Now, I've played the original Cloudy Mountain. That game is pretty awesome. You sit down, and it's got the AD&D license, so of course there's cool stuff there, but it's not even really about the license. It's about how the game is structured. There's different levels you go in, everything's procedurally generated, which was very, very new back then, when the original AD&D game came out on the Intellivision. Going into a thing, not knowing what you were going to see, not knowing which maze was, like how the maze was going to wind up. There's no rote memorization there. You just go in and, well, what you get, what you see is what you get, kind of, right? So that's pretty awesome. But in this particular video, we see some cool new things, right? Like the Merchant of the Realms. And you actually can see certain items that can be purchased. Cool things like the Magic Map Scroll, which was a item that you could find in the map while you were playing the original AD&D game. This one seems to be something that you could purchase with GP or gold, gold pieces. So can you find them in the map? Maybe. But if you didn't and you wanted the map to get a little bit of an edge, you can actually purchase it now too, which is kind of cool. The Shiver Scroll, which is another item that can like freeze enemies in a surrounding area. Now I think it's like a direct radius around your character. That's pretty cool. You can get a Ring of Major Healing. Now that language sounds very much like language that would be pulled straight out of an AD&D DM's guide. So, could it be possible that, maybe there's some holding of that license, the announcement of the license for maybe a bigger announcement later? I mean, who knows? Maybe not. I mean, but things can be called Ring of Major Healing. It's not like, TSR, which is then, WotC, Wizard of the Coast, owns the terminology, of course, but you never know. So, that's a instant boost of health item. So like you're in the battle, you get hit a couple times, you're about to get hit for possibly the death blow there, and then the ring uses itself and heals you, which is kind of cool. Or not. I mean, I haven't actually seen that exactly happen, but I'm just kind of speculating here. But it's cool because we have the information on screen. We can kind of speculate a little and have some fun. There's the Scroll of Boom. That's an AoE shockwave attack with a very large radius. That's going to probably look pretty impressive when it goes off on screen. Can't wait to see what that's all about. The game itself has, of course, the fast-paced action that we've seen in all the other trailers, which is really awesome. I really like the look of the level design and how all the lighting is like bouncing off the walls and is reflecting off different things. Like, it's really cool, and it's impressive to see that there's additional levels of detail being placed inside of the game to kind of like make a little bit more of the level, rather than just, okay, cool, well, we had Cloudy Mountain, let's just, quote unquote, like slap a whole bunch of paint on it and make it look pretty, and then do that. You can really tell that some of the development team, they're really trying to put a lot of really cool effort into it to make the experience really special for not only fans of the series, but new players coming in, which is, kind of awesome, right? So it looks like there's also 2 currencies inside of the game. There is GP, the gold pieces, and some kind of diamond currency. So I don't know if maybe it's just some way of saying, okay, well, we're counting gold pieces up to 100. And then once you get past 100, you're going to get 1 diamond, and then you keep going that. Or if it's a true to form other currency that maybe can buy more powerful items or more abilities or something like that. I mean, who knows? It's only speculation here, but it's kind of cool to see those 2 currencies there. And it also seems like there was a part in the video where your character can go and change their appearance. You can change the glow around the little Running Man guy to, something like a red or a green or a blue or whatever. And that's kind of cool that you'd be able to change that on the fly. And in that same screen, it also looks like these different portals that, can maybe take you to different parts of the level, or maybe play the same level in different difficulties. If you can really look close, and I'll try to screen cap it here. I've got the loop running in the background as I'm talking about this stuff, but maybe I'll try to screen cap one of those things. It looks like one of the players was getting near the portal, like they were going to enter the level, but it says like hard, like, you know, obviously a difficulty level. So, I mean, is there easy, or is there beginner, or like advanced, or, you know, the greater than hard, or whatever? Who knows? But that's kind of cool to look at. So, anyway, those are my thoughts of the update of Cloudy Mountain and the footage that we saw. I really think that this is a cool looking game. It's going to be certainly on the top of the list. And if it was me talking to the like average gamer or core gamer, you know, getting back to like the analysis of, well, what would I do if I was SM, you know, and I'm standing behind my counter or on the sales floor and somebody's talking about Amico and they start talking about, oh, well, you know, these are the kind of games I like. You know, I play PlayStation 4 and I like Uncharted and I like, you know, Diablo and I like all this other stuff. Why bother even looking at Amico? I was like, well, you know, Amico's got a cool title that you can play not only with, you know, by yourself and your friends, but you could even play with the family because, of course, you know, Cloudy Mountain's going to be pretty family friendly. So you could sit with the younger ones, or you could, you know, even sit with, you know, your pop, or, you know, your dad or whatever, your mom, and you know, sit there and like, you know, go dungeon crawling together. And, you know, some of the other games, like, you know, like a Diablo or whatever, might not be the I don't know, let's say like it might not be the greatest experience to try to introduce someone just to a game that might be that complex, right? So Diablo's got systems after systems after systems, and it's great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love me some Diablo, but yeah, with Cloudy Mountain, it's just gonna be pick up, you play, you do a couple levels, and then, you know, maybe you save, you come back for some more, and, you know, upgrade your character and change your appearance and all that kind of stuff. It's just good fun, just really cool stuff. But I would definitely say, like, you know, on the sales floor role play, for example, I'd be like, oh man, you got to check out Cloudy Mountain, you know, and then, hey, come on over here, I'm gonna show you this video about Cloudy Mountain. Like, oh, you're getting all pumped up? All right, cool. Well, you know, put it on the list, put it on that wish list. You know, if there was an opportunity to pre-order, say, for example, physical editions at a place like, I don't know, maybe GameStop, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe, hopefully, that would be something that would be on my list for sure. I would totally be down with pre-ordering that. So I've gotten a little long talking about Cloudy Mountain, and now, while filming this very segment, I'm starting to think about maybe this might be like a series of games that I'm going to be talking about in longer form from that 1010 video. So maybe I'll just cut this one off right here and keep going, and then you'll see like the different segments come out about me talking about different games. So I think that's all I've got for right now, and I think this is a good place to kind of leave it. What do you guys think about the presentation, about, you know, what I have to say about Cloudy Mountain? You know, do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you not want to hear me talk so long about one game about we've seen, you know, like a couple minutes of footage for? Just hit me up down below in the comments. I always like talking to you guys, and I completely appreciate you guys, you know, coming in and checking us out. So until then, we will see you next time for some good times. This is Rich, and we'll catch you later.
Team RTFC.baconicecream.com